Hi guys, today we will discuss SA 320 materiality in planning and performance of audit. We had gone for drives in car or bike. When we seeing a warning board, sharp curve ahead, it's a gut road, hilly mountain area. Drive slowly. The first time we are driving that route, what we will do, we will slow down our vehicle and we will drive so carefully. Why? Because the warning board. What will happen if we ignore that warning board and over speed way we are driving will sometime invites the accidents, health risk. That is why the warning board. Similarly in business, there is a risky areas mentioned named as ROMMS, high risky areas, marking the spot, high risk areas. If we're digging there, we will get frauds and error. When frauds is happens, what will what will be there? Wrongly, wrong way it has been mentioned in financial statement. It's our duty to find out those things. Today our discussion will be what amount of fraud and error will influence the economic decisions of the users. One example I will give you. If I am buying for a shirt, I have 500 rupees budget. I will select only I will select only the shirts within the range of 500. Anything above 500 will influence my economic decisions, my money power. Similarly, what amount of fraud and error which will influence the economic decisions of the users. Suppose I am invested 1 lakh shares in A Limited. I plan to invest more based on the growth, profitability positions. We are making investment because to earn income, not to do anything else. What amount of fraud that will impact my economic decisions? I will sell it off my shares, investing some elsewhere. That is known as materiality, influencing fraud and error. Amount of fraud and error here amount wise precise weight is defined. What amount of fraud and error, which is known as materiality. When this amount will be determined, how it will be determined, on what basis, whether any standards has mentioned this much of amount will influence the economic decisions of the users. Will there be any amount mentioned anywhere the amount has been mentioned? No, it's purely based on auditor's professional judgment. Thus, different peoples maybe have different amounts, material amount. Once the spot, risky spot has been identified, we have to do more checking, find out the fraud based on that amount. How these amounts will be determined? For an example, 100 rupees ka fraud will not influence the users. 1000 rupees ka fraud will not influence the users. 5000 rupees ka fraud, same way will not. 1 lakh ka may influence the users. 1 crore ka frauds will influence the users. So that amount is purely based on what amount? Is based on auditors' professional judgment. There is no hard rule for that. How that amount is determined? It is based on benchmarking technique. We have to arrive the amount based on benchmarking technique. An amount has to be arrived. My company 50,000 rupees ka fraud and error misstatement will be influenced the my users. If another person in my place who are doing the audit, maybe some different amount. This is determined taking benchmarking techniques, applying a particular percentage either on income or expense or asset or liability and arriving at that benchmarking amount. Any amount in that range, we'll do the detail checking. Remaining, we will do the test checking. 20,000 ka error comes, then we will mark it. This will influence the economic decisions of the users. We will report it. Obviously, we will report it in our financial statement so that the users will be aware about that. By doing this technique, one shortfall is there. 20,000 for an example, 20,000 ka amount is material for my company based on my professional judgment. What will happen? The smaller amount like 1,000 ka, 500 ka, 2,000 ka, individual basis they are not material enough, but on an aggregate basis, if it exceed my 20,000 ka materiality, that also a problem. How? It's a net, catching the net. We are going to catch the fish. Bigger fish will escape from the net. Will not. But the smaller fishes will be escaped. So we are making our net little bit low so that the smaller items will be catched, which is known as performance. To do more checking, more performance, do more performance in your audit work, we are fixing another amount, smaller amount. 20,000 hoga, materiality. And I am fixing 5,000, 5,000 onwards. I will do the detail checking to prevent the individual item in an aggregate basis exceed my limit of 20,000, and if I ignore that and giving a wrong statement, and investors could have acted upon my audit opinion. So prevent that, I am fixing a smaller amount which is known as performance materiality. So thank you very much for watching this video. Don't forget the comment box for notes of this video. Please subscribe the channel and have a nice day.